If this game had been in a final, ladies and gentlemen, then we know who exactly would have won this match, ladies and gentlemen, because you can see that there's a very different, rather incomprehensible difference between the two teams, France and Norway, and you could see which team has more vigor, has more energy when it comes to scoring, when it comes to every facet of the game. You can say that, well, Norway played with their second team. I think not. I feel like if you are here in the World Cup, all of you are the best, and you have come here to do a job. And I mean, this was just about, I guess, bragging rights. Who will end first in their respective groups, and France did it perfectly well. And I guess it goes to show, like, yo, they are cooking, man. You will think that, yo, Mbappe is gonna cook in this match. It will be a tie where Mbappe versus Haaland thing, but Haaland apparently did not play, and well, maybe they had their plans and they were like, you know what, we'll just settle for the second. Even though they beat us, they don't beat us, it doesn't matter. We have already qualified, and the next stage in the round of 32, the knockouts are very important. And I mean, fair play to the team. I mean, what can you say, man? Dembele, the Bulls turned up. He's found his shooting boots. He had a goal in the previous game. Then this game, a hat-trick, fantastic goals, all brilliantly taken, I believe, from two from his left foot, cutting in, chopping in, and then, striking it in the far post, and then, rather far corner, and then his right foot cutting, just dribbling past defenders again, and then using his right foot acute angle into the box. And that is what you call a Ballon d'Or winner turning up. Or I mean, you could say he did not really turn up because, I mean, they already had qualified, but these are the things that you want to see from a Ballon d'Or winner, just proving that I can do what Mbappe is doing. Of course, Mbappe being the talisman, bro tried everything today just to like be on par with Miral. Hey, that guy closer, but sometimes when you force things, it doesn't just happen for you. It does not tick. He was very good. He tried his best, but he tried his thing, but the opposing team had already read him like a book. And you know it is what it is. And you just have to let the others shine, the likes of Désiré Doué, who had a very good game, and in the end he was rewarded for his efforts via a header, and fantastic header, and a fair flipping play to France, man. So favorites, yes. Now on to Norway. I feel like, I mean, they played with their, I guess, second 11 or whatever you want to call it. I guess they're poorer team, but I feel like not, as I've said earlier, because they have very quality players. You may call Oscar Bob not a quality player or all that kind of stuff, but he was chosen for a reason. He was one of the 26 players who are deemed the best in their countries. And I mean, they had their chances. They had their fair chances where they could have also like come back into the game. Oscar Bob, there was loads of chances that he was created for, or rather running into the spaces, but you could see that there's some technicality that he lacks for him to go to the next level. And I mean, what can you say, man? It just goes to show difference in qualities in the attacking facets between Norway and France, man. I mean, what do you say? What do you mean? Like, I mean, what Norway missed a penalty, man. Even I forgot to say that. Norway missed a flipping penalty. Like, yeah, like Larsen, the guy I think was bought by, if I'm not wrong, is it Newcastle or something? Not Newcastle. But he was bought from Wolves for a very huge amount of money in the Prem. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe he's like done a madness this season. But he's here, and you will think that him, substituting, or rather deputizing for the likes of Haaland, it would cost something, but nothing. And that's what you get. I mean, they are most part of the possession, in my opinion, in the game, especially in the second half, trying to cook. And I feel like France, they were also trying to gauge their game to see what kind of other facets of the game they can also like use or rather approach when it comes to a team that can hold possession more than them, and maybe try to hit them with a counter attack, because they are very pacey players. They are very tricky wingers, just intelligent footballers up front, with the likes of Olise, who was a bit quiet, even though he still cooked, but he was quieter than usual. And today was literally Dembele's show, and of course man of the match. So that's nice to see that they also gauge themselves. I mean, they might get themselves playing against the likes of Argentina, or just some team, man, and these are the things that it's basically like training in session, like literally active training, and fair play, man. And four goals, and they could have even scored more. What can you say, man? Brilliant football from the team. And shout out to France, man. As many people are saying, and maybe as the progressing, man, you can see that they are literal like contenders to actually go into the final again. Because what do you mean? Mbappe is not like striking well. Call me Mbappe, call me Sharky, call me Olise, call me Doué, call me Barcola, call me Thuram, call me Mateta, and the midfielders are well who can bang the goals from outside the box like crazy dogs. So talented squad, balanced squad, and just doing the most, and that is what you love to see, man. So shout out to France. And also before I forget, shout out to my African brother Senegal. They scored 5 goals against Iraq, and hopefully they can be seen as one of the favorite the top 3s who will be chosen and can go into the next round, because I mean they had a good fight even against Germany. Is it Germany? Yeah, they Germany, right? No, not Germany. I'm forgotten against, I think, Ecuador, not Ecuador. I'm forgetting the exact thing, but they lost 3-2. No, it was against Norway where they lost 3-2, and they've been well. So I think hopefully they do, man. It will be unlucky if they don't go through, because I feel like they found their feet in the later stages of the game, which is not good, man. Had they started with a draw, then lost against one team, then beaten Iraq, man, they could have been safe, man. But let's wait and see, man. So shout out to my African brother, shout out to France, man, and see you guys on the next one. Please do like, comment, subscribe, and who do you think was gonna cook in this France versus Norway matchup, in this match where we thought the headlines were gonna be Haaland versus Mbappe, but it ended up being at the Dembélé show. Cheers.